like and subscribe or else the spider will crawl on you while you're sleeping.
Today we have potential new members of the Plastics of Hollywood, and I'm gonna see if I like them to join.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grimm. These people call themselves human dolls and all live in this giant mansion in LA together. It's basically like the Hype House, but instead of cringy TikTok kids, it's literally all people who are 80% silicone and squeak when they walk around. I mean, this should be a real fun look at the cringy side of Hollywood. So without further ado, let's just meet the people who occupy this strange place.
Plastics of Hollywood, it's a human doll house, full with humans that look like Barbies, Kens, creatures.
Yeah, I definitely say some of these people look like creatures. I don't know about you guys, but some of the lengths people will go to with plastic surgery just doesn't make sense to me. You know, there's a level of plastic surgery that people get to where they just start to flat out look not human anymore. And it's kind of creepy, you know, it's like if a robot designed a human where their features are just a little bit too precise, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but you know, it just kind of creeps me out and makes me uneasy. Either way, we're about to get a healthy dose of cringe from these Ken dolls, so let's see how it all goes.
Today we have potential new members of the Plastics of Hollywood.
Dude, there is tryouts for this team and everything. Like, they have a whole system laid out at this house. I bet you have to have a certain number of followers to even get in too. But hey, if you had dreams of the Hype House, who knows, maybe you can just go get a new face and try your luck down at this mansion. It's like the off-brand version, but with plastic dolls instead.
How many surgeries have you had? Do you think that you are ever gonna be satisfied? Because where my perception right now is like you're never gonna stop.
How could you possibly be satisfied when you have nearly unlimited money for surgeries and a giant empty hole in your heart where your self-confidence should be? I mean, this is kind of sad to me. Like, you know, basically this woman is rounding up a bunch of like-minded people who all share the same delusion as her, and they will just inspire each other to go way overboard with surgeries, you know, trying to outdo each other to look more like a Barbie doll, even though none of them look close to a Barbie doll. And it just, you know, it's gonna get dangerous or downright ugly at some point if they haven't already reached that point.
Having founded the Plastics of Hollywood, Marcella manages an eclectic group of clients, giving them advice on their looks and helping to promote their stories to the world.
So this is kind of crazy. The ringleader here is the one who runs the Instagram for this whole team and I guess owns the house that they are living in. No idea how she is so rich, but she is, so I guess she, you know, spends all of her money making this plastic empire, and it kind of worked out. The crazy thing to me is it sounds like she is the one that helps coordinate the procedures too, and she kind of tells them, you know, what to do to their faces, which is kind of a weird thing, you know. I feel like if these people are wanting to have plastic surgery be done, they shouldn't have it done at someone else's expense or someone else telling them exactly what to do. And this whole thing is just weird in general to me, but let's keep moving. You know, I'm not trying to be too judgmental until I have a reason to be. And so far, these are just rich people who have faces they hate and way too much money to spend.
Some of the most modified people in the world are on her books.
We have just Angelica, the human Ken doll. We have Luis Padron, he's the elf. Still Rodrigo Alves. Rodrigo is one of my best friends.
Wow, dude, she has quite the client list. Anyone who's anyone in the alien-like plastic surgery world deals with her, apparently. You know, she's kind of like they're all their managers. I'm just trying to figure out how this woman is so clouded. I doubt any of them stay in this house, you know, but they probably still network with her and let her help them decide what to do to their faces next. This is such a weird, hilarious niche, and I just didn't expect someone to start a content house with these type of people, but I guess it kind of makes sense.
Okay, guys, so excuse the mess. I wasn't ready. This is just regular stuff like Versace, shiny stuff.
Of course, the first thing of substance that we have of her is just her flexing her closet, and the way she explains this space is like bringing me back to 2017. I feel like I'm watching Rice Gum Flex's Cloud House closet to me right now. Literally, these people's entire identity is just about being rich and fake, but in some places that's actually kind of a desired aesthetic for a lot of people, especially in Hollywood, where literally everyone is super fake in their own way. These people just owned up to it though and went all in. I guess I kind of respect that, but also it's just weird to me when I'm from the boonies and literally anyone around me where I grew up had no plastic surgery. So it's still just a weird look to me, and I'm not used to seeing people look so alien.
It's not a need, it's a want. I want to say that. None of the surgeries or the procedures are a need, they're just a want. I dislike when people say, oh, I need a face. You don't need it. You want.
You know, at least she put that part in the video, you know, that honestly makes me feel a bit better about this lady. I feel bad almost, you know, because she's practically enabling people who are mentally ill and just fixated on perfecting their body and their face, which is already probably pretty fine, you know, naturally, but at least she pushes that mentality on people so they don't go off the deep end. Truly anything you do to your face is not needed unless it's like fixing a birth defect that's causing your quality of life to go down, then I would understand that. So it's good she reinforces that so that her clients can realize that this stuff stuff is not necessary and they shouldn't go overboard. With that being said, I don't really think that advice works very well because some of these people go way too hard and there's no stopping them.
Here, what I have in the bathroom is an RF machine, radio frequency. It prevents aging and it creates collagen production, so we always look plump and young.
The obsession with being young is such a fascinating thing to me. These people are all well into their adulthood and, probably starting to see signs of aging, and that must be world altering for them, or world shattering even. For now, I'm kind of hyped to grow old and, hopefully grow a sick gray Fu Manchu one day, but nah, for them, they see one wrinkle and they gotta take this freaking laser gun from the bathroom and blast that sucker away. Also, I'm just sitting here wondering, how much pseudoscience rich LA youth-inducing tech gear do you think they have around this house? I mean, it would probably be hilarious to just go there and see their anti-aging machines and hear them explain what they think it does, because I guarantee none of these ion lasers do anything for your face.
I'm embarrassed by my mom sometimes just because the things she does, it's like some moms don't do that.
Yeah, bro, most moms don't have people move into your house just because they do plastic surgery. So I would say your situation is a little bit odd here. I like how much this kid downplays it too, like, my mom's not like other moms. Like, that could not be more true, dude. This woman is low-key grinding for her plastic brethren. In the past 3 years, she's made her own little empire in this plastic surgery world. And I just feel bad for this kid. He has to share his house with these people all the time now. And he probably enjoyed having this big mansion to himself and his family, but that just isn't the move anymore. They gotta have this content house full of plastic people.
If I could get any surgery in the future, I mean, my mom says my nose is kind of a little too big, I think.
It reminds me to my ex-husband's nose. That's what it reminds me of.
Okay, here's where my issues with this lady honestly begin. And I knew this would happen because as much as people that do this can act holier than thou and like they're in control of this obsession and perfection, they just are always lying almost every single time. Wasn't she standing next to her incredibly tacky wardrobe just a minute ago, talking about how she doesn't push surgeries onto people and how it's not a want but a need? How and why is she then complaining to her own son about his nose 24/7? Isn't that directly inspiring him to go down this gross path himself? Like, what kind of insecurities are you putting into your son's brain by saying this? Also, her complaint about his nose is just so not needed. She complains that it's too much like her ex-husband's nose. Yeah, maybe because that's the father of this child and you both had a play in what he looks like. That was just kind of mind-blowing and gross that she just said that out loud. I get that these people are happy, or at least say that they're happy, but we all know that's not true, deep down. When you are so far gone in this obsession with plastic surgery, it will truly never be enough. It's like a landslide that just keeps going and going. People like this will get bored and just sit in front of their vanity mirror, finding all of their imperfections and practically charting out what their next few surgeries will be. And it's sad to see too, because I guarantee these people probably looked really normal and they just let those small insecurities grow and get the best of them to the point of no return. Literally, you cannot go back from this. I'm sorry, there's no way to look normal after you've had, 100 plus surgeries. But I guess looking normal would be their worst nightmare, so we're all good in that department. These bright-eyed, forced smile-having plastic humans are all trying out for their own spot in the house. Let's see if any of them can meet the mark. I mean, I'm guessing automatically this bright silver outfit wearing dude is in. I mean, look at how little he can smile. That's the sign of a true plastic surgery connoisseur right there.
30 for plastic surgery,
Okay.
just on my breast. And I have done several in my body, like ribs removed,
So basically, if you want to be involved in this network, you better have good stats. It's like joining a gaming team, but instead of your KD, they just ask you how many operations you've had, and if it's less than 50, I mean, obviously you weren't built for this lifestyle, or you're just too new to join, all right? You gotta be a veteran of the plastic surgery world. And she's looking for the best of the best when it comes to making yourself look like an inhuman doll, and she will accept nothing less than perfection. I mean, or at least perfection in her eyes.
People say that I encourage body dysmorphia. Well, look at me. I have accepted myself the way I am.
Dude, literally, you are not happy with who you are. If you were, you would not need to run up $500,000 in plastic surgeon bills since you're running to them every 2 weeks to get something new done. This whole sentiment of being the best you is so wrong too. Like, look, dude, I'm commenting on this being an overweight piece of trash myself, but it's laughable how out of touch these people are with being their best selves. This woman who is trying out to join the house literally just admitted that she got plastic surgery because she doesn't want to work out, but wants to look, still like she does work out. Also, the crazy outfit guy even talked about how he got his own abs chiseled out so that he always has a six-pack without trying. In my eyes, that is not working on yourself. That is just paying someone else to work on you so that you can give off the illusion of working on yourself. Honestly, deep down, I think these people know how far gone and deranged they are for doing this, but flat out, I just think they don't care at this point. I wouldn't too if I had seemingly unlimited money and no personality, so I think they're all a product of their environment if you think about it. Surprisingly though, all three of these hopefuls got let into the plastics of Hollywood. I wasn't really expecting this guy on the left too, because because to me, he just kind of looks like a normal person. But of course, they all freak out when they're given the news. And I guess we now get a somewhat wholesome ending to this video, if you call that wholesome. I do hope the best for them though. And I hope they can finally get to a point where they're happy and can stop these surgeries. But we all know with people like this, that will probably never happen. And it will just get to a point where it's dangerous or flat out just scary. And regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you all thought of these people down in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace out.